says so. When I was a young county attorney, I was extremely passionate about what I was doing. I really didn't know that's what I wanted to do, but I landed in the Division of Child Protection, and I went to a conference and I listened to this man named Victor Heath talk about how we could actually make a difference for kids and actually end child abuse. And I thought, he's absolutely right. We just have to get enough people in this country to care. And his disciplinary approach, where he's talking to the people in the med schools, talking to people in the law schools, talking to people, pastors, future priests, having that broad approach, it certainly can be done. And now that I'm teaching at the law schools and seeing how much the young law students are actually interested in it, and having a warehouse like the National Child Protection Training Center in Winona, tell all the students about it with all the great training that's going on, and it's just kind of going across the country. It's like the wave that you can see at the Metrodome during a game. It's like the wave going across the country. And as soon as we can get everyone educated, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that it can end.
Doing more and more trainings and getting sponsors and support for us to be able to continue to do the trainings, because without it, I'm afraid we're going to slip back, and we won't be able to continue on our mission to end child abuse. I would love to be worked out of a job. That would be the happiest day of my life.
We're on to something, and I think that something is the educational piece, is the outreach. It is informing the community that it exists and how do we prevent it, and when we do find out, what do we do about it.
We want children to walk around smart and not scared. My goal is to engage bystanders and give them enough information so they feel like they can advocate on behalf of kids. And then the other piece is to help caregivers in children's life know how to have these talks, not one talk, but lots of little talks about safety throughout the child or the teen's life.
The beauty of all of this is it would not take billions of dollars, wouldn't even take hundreds of millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars to end child abuse. It would take several $1 million spent appropriately, several $1 million really empowering communities to get a handle on this issue, town by town, city by city, county by county, all over the country. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build the infrastructure. Our federal legislation, for example, if we passed it, is $20 million over a 5-year period, so about $4 million a year. And if we could secure that funding, whether it's federal funding or state funding or private funding, we would have in place the infrastructure that at the very least would lead to a significant reduction of child abuse in our country, if not eventual ending. So it would not take a large amount of money. It would take a relatively small amount of money, but properly channeled where it will do the most good.